Hello everybody, it is the me, GamePenguin21, and today, happy Pride everyone. Oh boy, I didn't think that I would be talking about this. Towards the end of the last month, there was one thing that really just snuck under my radar, and I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about this. But I kind of do, because that's just kind of my thing. I think I've talked about Andypants maybe one other time on this channel before, and considering that it is the good old month of the gay stuff, I think that today we're going to be doing that. And this video will probably be a little bit all over the place because it's not going to be like as structured as my normal stuff, and I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible so that way I can get this video out by my Tuesday deadline. I'm literally recording this on Monday, But we do have to talk about Andypants, or at least I would like to, because of really fun things. So with that being said, let's get started. So what exactly did Andypants do today? Well, he decided to release a game? Yeah, that's very strange. One of the biggest things that I found out about is that he released this game everywhere on a lot of different platforms, including things such as Gumroad, itch.io, and even Steam, and yet it is now just gone from basically most of those platforms, except his own, for a number of reasons. Now, the main reason being is that it is actually like AI-generated stuff with pixel artists and just a whole bunch of... You'll see what I mean. But the actual game in question today is Chad versus the gay... I don't even want to say the word, but you can probably finish that sentence as it starts with a very interesting letter of the alphabet. And it is not a positive thing. This is basically his sort of thing or whatever to try and, I guess, own the libs or whatever. We're talking about Andypants here. There is a video that I'm going to probably link in the description by something domain, who decided to actually find this game and, well, download it and then play through the whole thing. The video is an hour long, by the way. I'm not going to go through it, but link in the description if you really care about it. And if you don't think that I'm actually, just being correct here is the actual screenshot of him releasing the trailer for the game, and it was available, again, on places like Shopify and stuff. So here's that, and here's the available thing to the link tree, but eventually this thing was taken down. It was also available on Gumroad from these couple of screenshots here, where Andypants comes in saying, "Dang, everyone hates my game so much." Andypants on itch.io, but even though this is actually Gumroad with 7 ratings, and then it got 9 ratings here. Or that, "Oh no, everyone hates my game. Itch got pulled, so we can still buy it here," with the short line stuff. Don't worry, we'll talk about that. But someone basically has so people were trying to, I guess, defend this game, I guess. So someone was put out 5 stars with Stephen Dashley. Very interesting name. "Is this game perfect? No, far from it. It's a very tiring, or very trying, diligent means to subvert the popular," okay? "It is an extreme alternative to the Reddit leftist fantasy." Oh my god. But alright. It's really just funny to me how he can do this. Once his game starts to get pulled from a bunch of places, Sprung Rocksteady here basically had, I guess, a video on this, where he says, "One of the most pivotal moments in the game made by Andypants Gaming includes a CCTV room in a school where under the floorboards are guns and the janitor keeps, and in the on the TV is AI generated nyeh, and the MC goes on a cop killing rampage, and Andy is mad that Steam won't allow this game on their platform." Yeah, Steam will allow a lot of different things, but this is also another thing that they wouldn't. I think that they pulled another one that was similar to this, If not, then I'm a little bit concerned. But also, what they didn't pull is that the fact that he didn't disclose to Steam that most of the actual assets were made with AI. Yeah, that's one of the things that Steam actually, pulled from this thing. And again, this thing got banned from like everywhere else other than maybe like one or two places. But of course, Andypants decides to try to clap back, I guess, with a "thank you for doing your part to promote my game. Actually, no cops are killed. Hashtags Blue Lives Matter. Chad kills the gay who have taken his daughter." Okay. Also, there is no CP anywhere in this game, although I know you leftists are obsessed with that stuff. Now, again, I'm not sure if there is actually any of that here anywhere. Maybe it's the AI generated stuff, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, whether it is or isn't the point. The point is that this is literally a game that is just AI generated garbage to the nth degree, and it really shouldn't be a game, in my personal opinion. One of the other fun things here is that Andypants looks at a Steam Deck with the actual game on it saying "soon," even though, it got banned off of Steam pretty efficiently because of that whole thing. And we can kind of see that from here, where he has been banned for creating a fictional game by Steam, Shopify, Linktree, and Linkbuy. You can still buy. You can still only suppress the truth for so long. Andypants Gaming at itch.io. It also then got banned off of itch for obvious reasons. And then K-Mad decides to come out here and share some select screenshots here. But the person who went through and actually went through this whole game basically had a whole bunch of stuff here saying there's a whole hour of this. I didn't buy the game. This is from a Let's Play on the YouTube thing. Looking at some of these screenshots here, I know this might be a little bit hard here, but Chad, the main character, basically, I guess the thing is that they steal his daughter for some reason, and I guess they try to indoctrinate her into it. Of course, there's another thing there that I might censor out a little bit. It's a little bit, but you can see it in the corner, but I'm not gonna pull attention to it, so we're gonna move on here. We then have someone saying the greatest outcome of this made by is that it can be inevitably used as discovery for a custody trial. Interesting. With the Andypants basically saying, imagine getting tilted over my indie game. You didn't make it, really. You just decided to, use ChatGPT to code and make everything for it, which is still stupid. Again, more places that it got banned off of itch, Shopify, and Gumroad, but Chad versus the Nazis.com. I think that's that. Don't go to that website and buy this game. Don't support this. Obviously, this is just really dumb. He then also, another one, retweeting the same person who did the animated CP thing, saying, "Is this CP as well, boss? The CP in the room is the CP in the room with us right now?" And then he posts out pixel art to it. Now, I think that this might be his quote unquote defense of why this is not actually that sort of content there. The sort of pizza, the sort of cheese pizza thing I'll borrow from someone else. The thing with this is that he tries to hide behind the fact that it's like pixel art, I guess, even though the pixel art itself seems to be AI generated from what I could tell in the whole of the game. It's a little ridiculous to me how at this point in time, he's like, oh yeah, this is getting banned off of every platform because it's suppressing the truth. No, dude, you have a game that is literally AI generated, that is practically, spreading all sorts of actual fucking hate and garbage, and is like a danger to a lot of platforms, and also can be seen by like advertisers and maybe even children and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, all of them are trying to suppress free speech, even though you're trying to spread hate, which is actually kind of against free speech if you really think about it. So this next one is a representative to Bill. I know I'm going through these a bit quickly here, but again, I want to get these out here. Interesting how he's got like a parody account saying, "You are a petite," where the person then does the same thing where they spread a bunch of these screenshots from this. I dedicated this game to his daughter, Margaret, from Andypants, Jesus Christ, where this I guess it's supposed to be some sort of representation of a trans person. I'm going through these again really quickly, where they have this and that, and I can't really think about it, but these are the screenshots from the actual domain thing. I guess the screenshots from another one were there. But Andypants comes in here with say, never seen a... no! No! I don't want to say it. So bad at video games, scored 40% at the end. Yeah, so I'm not going to say that word. If you know that word, yeah, I'm going to save this for another video, but another video down the line is that Harmon Smith also used this, so I'll talk about that there. But just know that this T word here that Andy just said is actually a slur. So congratulations, sir. Jesus Christ. Next up, we have Andypants here, where they get banned from, I believe this is Gumroad and Itch. So they're getting all that, saying, "Why do you suppose so many outlets want to shut down? Can still buy it here." And then this is that, and then this is where the shortcut goes, where he was again banned from that. But you still can buy the game. I'm not gonna show you where this website is, but it is on like Andypants' gaming sort of place, I guess. It might get banned eventually. Maybe it won't. I do not know, but I am not going to even denounce where this is from, but I just managed to find it. Here's the screenshot and evidence of that. Next up here, we have Andypants saying, okay, comment of the year about my game, where this person has what I can assume to be the, like, mullets person from something. I think that I remember a video game that had like a dude in a mullet or something like that. I know this is from where this was from. I forget the name of the game specifically, but besides the point, the person basically says, "This is not a game. This is a documentary of what would happen in a world without Trump." Oh my God. These people, dude. And I think that this is going into the portion of not everyone was against this game. There were actually a handful of people trying to defend this game from actually being put out there, I guess. One of the biggest ones here, they're the biggest defenders, I guess, is a Fandom Pulse. If you don't know Fandom Pulse, I didn't know about them either. Apparently there's some sort of game news outlets that are like the quote-unquote anti-woke people. Andy didn't actually respond to this one specifically, but basically, Pulse puts out this article within the first couple of days of saying that it gets banned from Linktree and Shopify in what appears to be a coordinated leftist cancel campaign. Even though, again, this is probably going against their terms of service for a number of reasons. But Joel basically comes in here, and again, Andypants retweeted this, so I guess that he requires this. And this is also John. Hi, John, again, from if you don't know who this is, this was from the Real Game Awards controversy, saying, ridiculous and evil and should be condemned. At Andypants is also getting deplatformed everywhere, and yet it's being willfully ignored by influencers. Why is that happening? Well, it's not getting willfully ignored. It's because he's spreading fucking hate and garbage like this on the internet. And it's dangerous mindsets to actually happen here. It's ridiculous to me how he literally can have an AI-generated garbage game that literally goes against, like, hate speech and goes against and spread, like, actual, like, hate and malice and garbage in the internet. And then he says, like, oh, yeah, it's against free speech, even though that's not how free speech works sometimes. It's kind of ridiculous how people like this are super extreme in that context. It's a little bit weird. But Andypants then also comes in here retweeting a couple of these guys where saying, I just finished the game, very good story, can see it become a film. Jesus Christ. Skipped a lot of the action parts because it's too difficult for a young boomer. Congrats, and all the best to your family, yada yada. But I find it funny how he's like, oh yeah, it has a very good story, but I skipped the action parts. Like, first of all, get good. Second of all, like, that's stupid that you can even skip the action parts for the game to be able to even complete it. But all right. He says, thanks, bro. Man, everyone hates my game so much. Yeah, a lot of people do. These were some of the exceptions that I'm going to pull up here. The next one underneath that is Carolee was here saying he does all of this, but yet to thank he does all this, but has yet to thank a single person who has bought his game on his itch page. He said, shouldn't you be giving your boyfriend HIV right now? Ah, right. So this was like the duality of man, I guess, is the way that I brought this up. I didn't read these beforehand because, quite honestly, this is just me pulling screenshots off of this. But going back again to Fandom Pulse here, saying Steam bans the game of that, a 2D suture, under suspect circumstances. No, not under suspect circumstances. The reason why the game got banned off of Steam is because it uses AI. It used AI-generated stuff without actually disclosing that it used AI-generated stuff to Steam. You have to disclose that. There is no other reason for that, really. I mean, maybe because it goes against their hate speech policy, but I don't even know if Steam even has that. But again, it gets like, it's suspicious circumstances. No, it's not. It's because it was AI generated, and because the AI generation wasn't disclosed to Steam. And basically, apparently, from what he says here, he says he supports these people financially. I've seen two articles from these guys, both of them being like the whole anti-woke propaganda stuff, and he supports these You know what? No, I'm done. No. That's it. That's where I draw the line. That's also the end of all the screenshots here. I'm going to be honest, this video is going to be a little bit weird and very hastily slapped together, but quite honestly, I only found out about this like a day or two ago because Sanity decided to actually pull out the stream, and I'm like, I wonder if that would make a good video. And then I went down this whole rabbit hole of this thing. And it's totally worth making a video on this to at least maybe bring some stuff to it. But again, he's probably going to release a video on this, and I might cover that probably next week. I have a Harmon video in the works, and this one probably replaced another video or something. I don't know. Who the fuck cares? At the end of the day, this might be like a three video upload week. Who the hell cares? At the end of the day, a very hateful game that was AI generated slop garbage decided to actually, get banned off the internet, and you can still buy it in like some of the darker corners of it, and I'm not going to say where. But again, if you want to see like the full video, this full game or whatever, I'll probably link the domain in the description. Not the domain, like the content creator that I know covered it within like an hour to be able to do that. So you can go and watch the whole thing, I guess, support the actual creator who are trying to not spread hate and garbage like this. But in any case, I think that'll about do it for today's episode of I Rant Into This Microphone about something that, quite honestly, shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. If you like what it is that I do and support me in any other way, shape, or form other than like and subscribe, which is always enough, links out to everything in the description below. My name is Andypants, and a peace. Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, I know.